I come from Umuede local government area and from Orwa City. I'm here. First of all, I must apologize to you for coming late. I was held up in our party secretariat when I went to submit my resignation letter. I thought I could just sneak in and sneak out, but to my greatest surprise, all the officers were there and they locked the door and said I was going nowhere. I said, please, people are waiting for me, I have to leave. I actually dodged and left the place. So I'm very sorry. It is not in my character to be late to a program like this, not to face with the
Good morning, gentlemen of the press. As was also Deputy Speaker, National Youth Council of Nigeria, to support what we are doing there in the press about.
And when we try to go and walk around it and produce, but you know me very well. I'm very hard to win my elections. Walked out.
Youth Council of Nigeria at the national level.
Fourth estate of the realm. I have very high regard for you, and we have been comrades over the years, and I cannot deliberately keep you waiting without good reason. I sincerely apologize. So if you accept my apology, say ayes. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful. I know the day will not come up. Okay, if you not accept, say nay. No, nay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. Now, I'm here to inform the general public and my supporters that I have officially resigned from my former party, All Progressive Congress Party of Nigeria, and this is as a result of the crisis that have held the party since after the primaries because of lack of internal democracy and allowing some juntas to hijack the party. It is not because I didn't have opportunity to have a ticket, no. I have been a feminine activist, and you all know how I have fought assiduously to ensure women inclusion in decision-making policy of our state and Nigeria as a whole. So a situation where all the women that reared up their head to contest or to participate were logically or illogically removed from clicking the tickets or even given the opportunity. Today, APC, I can talk of Edo South where I belong to, do not have a female candidate, not even in the House of Assembly. It is unacceptable, and I cannot remain in such a party that have no regard for women inclusion. Hence, I decided to throw in the towel. So I want to urge my teaming supporters, my followers, to remain calm, that in another few weeks, I'll be able to let the world know my next political action or my next political move. We are all aware that the wife of the president, the wife of the deputy, the vice president, and the Minister of Women Affairs have been worried over the low representation of women in both at the National Assembly and the state assemblies. And as a result, the wife of the president started working on this over the years, sent out people to research into reasons why this has been reoccurring all the time. Rather than increasing, the number of women kept on going down. And after the report was presented to her, she decided to come in and put in a little push so that phenomenon will change. So she invited all female aspirants to Abuja. I'm sure you all saw that meeting in the media. All our statistics were collected, and the Minister of Women Affairs with some other very top women in politics, they sat down and reduced the number that they could push to the barest minimum. Particularly those women, they felt they are strong enough to win elections if given any little push. And after that, the wife of the president invited the national chairman of APC to a meeting with her husband. They looked at the whole issue and they agreed that really representation of women both at upper chambers and lower chambers have been very low compared with other countries that they have to work on it. They had that common agreement. Then the minister and the first lady and her team, they went back again to the drawing table and now reduced the number to at least one senator. That is at least. That means you can give as many as you can at the state level when you feel that they have the capacity to perform the function. But at least one senator, one female senator, 3 House of Rep members, and minimum of 6 House of Assembly members. Then, after that, they stormed. I'm sure you saw it on at the national media too, that they stormed the NEC meeting, but they were invited by the national chairman, so that he alone will not hear. Let all his members at the NEC meeting get to hear the requests of the women of Nigeria. They stormed the NEC meeting. They made their cases. The NEC also promised to look at it. They left. After that, the NEC was favorable to their requests, but further reduced the number. And the national chairman of the party invited all the state chairmen of the party to Abuja and gave them this list and said, please go home, try to work around this and see how these women can emerge. Every state chapter chairman went back home and began to hold meetings. You know, it has to do with lobbying. Whether they have the passion, whether they have the calling, it does not matter to leaders. What matters to them is how much you have. In fact, in my party, money was now called documents. So when I check the credentials, if the credentials are correct, became an accepted norms, which is not supposed to be. But at the end of the day, Edo State was the only state that did not benefit from that project of Mrs. Buhari. Edo State could not even deliver the only woman that her name appeared on that list as being one of those that they have screened and found out that if given opportunity, they'll be able to win elections. The House of Assembly members' names that were put to, none of them emerged in the state. But believe you me, if the primaries were free and fair, it's done properly as it's supposed to have been done, these women will have emerged. I can bet for that. I can bet for that. But later, we started reading from all sorts of this thing that I went to pay money to some people. I was a civil servant, and after that I went to the house. We don't have the kind of money that the Yahoo boys have. So we don't even have money to pay to anybody. But I have service to give. I have capacity. I have value that I want to add to the system from all the gains that I have acquired, having been the state chairman of the National Council of Nigeria. I acquired and built that youth center at 130 Apapava as state chairman. I acquired that land, I built the hall, I built everything there. And if you enter there, that's a massive land where you can even play football. And even in my time in the House of Assembly, we are all living witnesses. That was not a pushover. I was not a voiceless person. And I served my constituency assiduously. I was that popular honorable who was going about with free healthcare program, hospital on the way, through nook and crannies of my constituency. I have not seen any legislature that have done that. Not even House of Rep, not even Senator, that have done that kind of huge medical outreach that I did. That was continuous for over 4 years. We were hovering around my constituency. And I did that because during my campaigns, I discovered that my local government was the only local government that does not have a general hospital. And my people were patronizing quacks who go on market day to sell drugs for them. And I said, I can do the little intervention that I can do within my capacity. And I did not leave without putting a mark on the ground. I started the building of a general hospital in my constituency. But I could not conclude it before I left. Where I stopped, that is where it is till today. In a hall, you can go and verify. Where I stopped, that is where it is till today. People have come to campaign, various categories, and they were using the general hospital to campaign. But at the end of the day, they never visit the place again. But by the grace of God, I'm looking forward to the completion of that general hospital. Because there is no community, no local government that does not desire a place where, when they are ill, they can quickly visit. You can imagine somebody who is very sick in a hall. Before he gets transport to get to Benin, is the person not dead? Is the situation not worse? But if there's a general hospital where he can easily go, get immediate attention, then when he requires a specialist attention, then he cannot be referred to a specialist. That's my wish for my people. Anymore in everybody crowding at the gate of the two major political parties. I want people to move out of those major political parties. Go and build the task force. It's not about winning. It's about building an alternative where God-given talents can be exercised. If I move out now and I go and build a third force, am I not now a leader in that party? Will I not encourage women in that party where I belong to come out? So we are moving towards that. I agree with you. And we are seeing, because we sent some of our women to Rwanda, we sent some of them to this last, this country that had the election recently. Kenya. We sent our women there. Even Ghana, we sent some of our women there. So they are learning how they understanding those women, how they were able to come together. Because this idea of women put down other women syndrome, yes, it's very common here. It is because we have not been able to adequately sensitize our women, build their capacity. Once we're able to do that, we will do better than those countries you have referred to now. And that is very, very soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Then when I will... No, you won't wait for too long.
Okay.
You won't wait for too long. I don't want to be saying too many things at the same time. It's good to say one thing, you give chance for reactions, then not too long, in another 1 month, I'll be able to come out decisively give direction to Edo women. Because we cannot continue. We cannot continue the way it is in even all the political parties. We cannot continue. We have to build a third force where we can easily express ourselves.